And if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, as I always say every time. I know I can't help to have to say this. Or leave a comment if you would like to, please. I would like it very much if you would. So I have everything ready as usual. I'm going to start your reading for lovely, lovely, lovely Capricorn people. The first card you have for your past is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about, this man in this card, he's looking at these pentacles, he's looking at the coins in this tree, and he's thinking, what have I done? Is everything okay? Is it good? Is it bad? What can I change? All of that kind of thing. So I'm seeing that for you, things are finally starting to pay off, or they were at this time. And I'm saying finally because I'm seeing that, you've been working on something for a very, very long time. You've been trying to achieve something for a very long time. And this could have something to do with, I'm seeing that you probably had people working with you on this. One of these people was probably at a distance from you, so you might have been working remotely, kind of maybe FaceTiming them or whatever you were doing, or emailing or whatever you were doing, trying to work with someone distantly on this or remotely. And you probably had other people who were closer to you working on whatever this was. So this is quite a big thing I'm seeing. And yes, you are starting to see results at this time, finally starting to see some results. I'm also seeing that when you work with other people, sometimes this is what happens. You don't know what they're going to be like until you're actually working with them. You might meet them, you can say whatever you like, you can have 20 interviews, you can do whatever, but until you're really actually working with them, you don't know what they're going to be like. It's always like this. So there's one specific person I'm seeing working with you on this. They were wasting everyone's time, that's what I'm seeing. They weren't putting in as much work as everyone else. Now, this was frustrating for you, but they were probably in a bit over their heads. They probably weren't quite, they weren't capable of doing what you were expecting and what other people were expecting them to do. So you might have been carrying this person, and this was a bit frustrating. But yes, you were putting in a lot more work than some other people were putting in. This tree next to this man is what you were putting in, and there's, you were putting in so much work into this, and you were looking back and thinking, look what I've put in, and other people haven't put in the same. But this is what happens when you work with people. There are always going to be some people who are going to put more in, and some people who are going to put less in, and there are going to be some people who are more capable than other people. That's just how it is. And so it was a bit frustrating, but that's what I'm seeing with that. The next card you have for your past is the King of Cups. So yes, maybe this person, I'm seeing that this is about this person who was the people were carrying in this project. This person was kind of hijacking things a bit by kind of taking things down different roads. They weren't kind of doing things that were necessary. They were kind of going off on trivial roads, kind of saying, oh, let's do this with this. And you were kind of steering them back, saying, no, this is wasting our time. We can't go down that road. We're concentrating on this thing. We'll never get it done if we do that. And it was very, very frustrating. I'm seeing this person was, they were time wasting a lot of the time, but I don't think this is what they meant to do. I just think that they were kind of not in the right place. This was a wrong fit for them. That's what I'm seeing. This person can actually be a very creative person, but they didn't have a lot of discipline. So I'm seeing that, yes, you're annoyed by this person, but you might have kind of kept it to yourself. You were quite diplomatic. You treated this person quite well. I'm seeing they probably weren't working in the right area for them. I'm seeing someone who actually was out of their depth, really. Out of their depth. They kind of didn't know where they were going. They were trying to hide it, because the King of Cups can try to hide things. Sometimes he can hide his emotions. Sometimes the King of Cups is about hiding things from other people. So this person felt really lost. They needed rescuing, because there's a ship coming in as well behind this king. But they were trying to hide how out of depth they were, but everyone could see it. So they were probably just in the wrong role for them. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your past is the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, things were starting to pay off. I'm seeing things were financially starting to pay off for you personally as well. You might have been feeling a lot more comfortable financially, but I'm also seeing you were a lot more comfortable within yourself. And so you didn't have that kind of, you had a lot of hunger in your past for doing things, not literal hunger. It wasn't like you wanted to go buy a pizza, but it was like you had a lot of hunger for not just your work, but you wanted to discipline yourself in other areas as well. And then at this time when you started to feel a little bit more comfortable, you had a little bit less discipline in some of these areas. And I'm seeing specifically, okay, don't be angry, please don't be angry with me. I'm seeing specifically something that, you might have been trying to keep fit or go to the gym regularly or something like that. And then when you got to this time where you felt more comfortable, you might have eased off on the gym. So it was like, oh, I feel much happier now. I'm very content. I won't go to the gym today. Maybe I'll go on Monday, and because I want to do this and that. And then, you might have put it off, and then you might have put it off again. That's what I'm seeing was happening. So sometimes, when you have this feeling of comfort, it can turn into complacency in other areas. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. And don't be angry. The first card you have, because I'm unfit anyway, so I can talk. The first card you have, your present, is the Emperor. So yes, you're a very disciplined person, I'm seeing, in a lot of areas, especially in your work. And I know this is all work because I know you're very work oriented, and I always see a lot of work in your readings. You have a very good, very direct, very strong way of getting your point across to people. I'm seeing that. You articulate things very well. You can motivate other people with the way you speak to them. And yes, sometimes you can be very forceful like the Emperor, but you also have a kind of a softness in your delivery as well. And you can really, people really understand the core of what you're saying. You can get to the point very quickly and very easily in a very nice way, in a way that people understand. So yes, you're focused on your career a lot. That's why I keep on saying seeing work things. But I'm seeing that if speaking and getting your point across and communicating, if this is a part of your job, if helping people is a big part of your job, advising people, if that's what it is, this is the right thing for you to be doing. If this resonates, you're very successful at this, people want to listen to you. If this is not what you are doing, this is what you probably should be doing. You have a very good way of communicating to other people, and you inspire people, and you get the best out of people. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your present, is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about very deep feelings, very deep thinking, about spirituality, intuition, all of these kinds of things that we can't see, but we know they're there. And so I'm seeing a very deep connection here. I'm seeing a deep connection between you and obviously another person. This is a love connection. I'm seeing this could be someone who you had a very passionate start with this person. So it might be someone who you're already in a relationship with, or maybe not. Maybe you just had a passionate time with this person. And this now could be developing into something stronger, something a lot deeper, something a lot more meaningful on a deeper level. So it's not just passion. This is something very deep, a deep connection. And this is something you've probably been manifesting for a long, long time. You might have been thinking, I really want a deep connection with someone. I want a really deep love connection with someone. And you've been waiting for this to happen. You've been waiting for something to develop. And at this time, this is actually happening. It's coming into your real life, in your day-to-day life. This is fantastic. But I'm also seeing that you're a very independent person, which is a good thing, and you don't mind being by yourself. You like to achieve things by yourself, and you like to say, I achieved this by myself, I did this by myself. Now that's fine, that's fantastic if you're independent. But I'm seeing that a part of you could be a little bit afraid of a close love connection. Even though this is really what you want, this is what you also feel as well. Now, this might be in your subconscious. You might say to yourself, no, I don't fear that. This is what I really want. But if you have this feeling that's a little bit fearful of going forward with this person, that's what that is. It's this fear. So, yes, you're independent, and this is your strength, and this is fantastic. But I'm seeing that this independence might have caused some kind of problems, maybe with other people in the past, maybe with exes. So, of course, being independent is a really good thing. Don't change yourself for anyone. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. But relationships can be about being able to rely on the other person and then being able to rely on you. So if you're I don't have to rely on anyone, I can do this by myself, la 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 la. If you're like that, the person might feel like they're not needed. They might feel like they're not wanted. So I'm not saying change yourself. What I'm saying is that you need to be a little bit more gentle about this, and you probably need to explain to this person. You probably need to be open. You probably need to communicate, and you probably need to say, look, just because I do things by myself, I like to, do this, and I go off and I do lots of work and I do this and that. That doesn't mean I don't love you. That doesn't mean I don't care for you. I do really care for you. And, if I ever do this, if I ever go off and you think that I don't want you or need you, tell me that. Don't fester that. Don't let it fester. Don't feel bad about it. You tell me about that, and we'll try and work through this, because I don't want this to make us separate or drive a wedge between us. You might just have to communicate this with them, and they'll really appreciate it. They really will. The first card oh no, I'm not. I haven't finished yet. I'm up to the Temperance card. So the last card you have for your present is Temperance. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Why am I doing that? Yeah, so this is about this person again, this person who you're having this connection with. This is about blending. So yes, you're blending together, you're growing together. There's a lot of passion here as well. I've seen this in your last reading, so you have a lot more passion coming up, so this is fantastic. Again, you might be struggling to fit everything in. You might be struggling to fit everything you have to do in, including this person. So this comes down to your independence again. And, if this resonates, this card's also about balancing. So you might have to get some more balance into your life. So you might have to try and work a bit more efficiently, so you're spending less time there, more time on this, less time on this, whatever. Just try and balance everything out so you're not overdoing one area and spending less time in another area, especially with this person. This person's a very important person. This is a very deep connection. It's very special. The first card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. So yes, this is going to sound repetitive. I know, I'm sorry. I can't help it. This is what I'm seeing. I can't help myself. This is you. You hide behind your work sometimes. Or you hide behind being busy sometimes. That's what I'm seeing. You are afraid of being hurt. I see that again. And you're still going to have these feelings. You're going to have these feelings again in your future. You might not even realize where these feelings are coming from. This is probably where they're coming from. If you get that feeling inside that's like, I do love this person, but I'm getting this kind of weird, stressy feeling. I'm not sure about it. That's what it is. So it's like, I'm just seeing that, concrete things, objective things that these are things that are easy for you to control. The workplace, right and wrong, good and bad, all of that kind of thing. But love and emotionally centered things, they might be outside of your control, and this makes you a little bit afraid. So don't be angry again. I'm not saying that you're a controlling person, but you like to be organized, and deep down there's some kind of fear of being maybe out of control with this person, giving yourself away to this person, giving too much to this person. It might be that you have a fear of getting out of your depth, and then you'll be too far in with this person in your emotions, and then they might leave you. It's that kind of fear. So try and address this, because this person is a really good person. You have a good future with them as well. I was seeing that in the High Priestess and the Temperance card. This is a deep connection, so you're going to have to address this somehow if you want to move forward with this person. The next card you have for your future is the King of Wands. So yes, this is the time when you're going to be really pushing to get to the finish line, pushing to finish something. This is this project or whatever this was in the Seven of Pentacles. This King of Wands looks like he's about to get up and go with his walking stick. So you're ready, you're pushing right to the edge, pushing to the finish line. You might have to isolate yourself actually for a while to be able to finish this thing. And you're going to have to do this. It's not because you don't like people. This is the only way that you're going to be able to finish this. So you're going to have to shut the door. You might have to turn your phone off for a while, and you're going to be able to do this. You're a determined person. You're really good at getting things finished. But again, if you have this time of isolation, if you have this time where you have to be by yourself, explain it to the person in the High Priestess. Explain this to the person in the Temperance card. This person who loves you, this person who you have a deep connection with, explain it to them. Say, I'm going to have some time to myself. I've got this really big deadline I have to finish. I love you so much. Don't think that I don't. I just want to explain that that's why I'm going to be away. Don't just disappear. Really explain this to this person. The last card you have, your future, is Strength. So yes, you're going to have to be, this is you, you're going to have to tame yourself. You're going to have to be diplomatic around someone to get things done. I'm seeing someone who, they might be a little bit unreasonable. This is probably a client, or this is probably someone around the workplace again, because I'm seeing that you can't act in the way you might like to act around this person. This person might be unreasonable. They might be wasting your time. They might be in your way, stopping you from finishing this thing or trying to. And usually you would want to tell them to just get out of your way, but you can't do that. This is a client, or this is someone around the workplace. So you're going to temper yourself. You're going to kind of tame yourself, stop yourself from going ahead and saying something that you shouldn't be, that you wouldn't be proud of saying. And you're going to handle this really well. Again, I see this all the way through this reading. You have a really good way with people. You know how to deal with people really well. And you're going to be very diplomatic with this person. And you're going to handle them a lot better than I would. I would be saying something to them, but I won't say what that is. So Capricorn, I hope this resonated, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. You know that. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, or leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it if you would do that. Thank you so much for watching.